Hey guys, so I was trying to get my equipment set up, as you can see here, and it's just not allowing me to go live because I didn't use StreamYard. I decided to go live from YouTube, and YouTube wants to make it so amazingly frustrating to go live. We're out here in the arena. I've got to be careful because we've been told there's ants out here. So there's large beds of ants that we got to be careful for. Let me switch this phone around just real quick, and I'll take you guys with me for the walk. There is a heavy presence of law enforcement out here. They have been out here for literally hours. The situation that has unfolded yesterday was a young girl, Audrii Cunningham, that was supposed to be put on, she was supposed to load up on her bus and go to school. We don't know from law enforcement whether or not the school notified the parents that she never arrived at school. We didn't get that from the press conference. What we did learn is that her family found out that she was not at school when she was supposed to return from home that afternoon. And so there was many hours that went by that nobody knew that this young girl, this 11-year-old young girl, was missing. And some details have led law enforcement right here to this location. And as you see, they have been here for a significant amount of time, long enough that it took me 4.5 hours to drive here. And as you see, there is still a heavy presence of law enforcement at this moment at this location. There is a reason why law enforcement is here. They have told us they have not found anything. We're starting to see some of them either moving locations or moving. And there is quite a bit of people here. As you see, we got some media set up over there. We're set up here. Okay, so that's kind of where we're at right now. You guys are gonna have to bear with me because my cord is so short. I'm gonna probably have to switch out cords. I'm gonna still try to get you guys up on the stand. I may have to kill this and go through StreamYard. I didn't want to go through StreamYard because it prevents me from being able to do this. That's the one thing, I can't zoom. StreamYard has not given us the capability of zooming in, so that's why I decided to go straight YouTube for this one here, so we can get some up close and personal footage here. I thought the law enforcement was leaving. I know that they just got, when we arrived, Domino's Pizza was just being delivered to the people out here. So that kind of gives me an indication that they're going to be out here a little bit longer this afternoon. But again, I don't know, because you're starting to see some vehicles moving from the area. White truck just moved and backed in somewhere over there. We still have, cordoned off area. They said they haven't found her. Well, if they haven't found her, there is some evidence out there leading them to believe she's here, or some type of evidence is here. This is a lot of police manpower for an unknown situation. So here we have it. This is live from the scene in Livingston, Texas. Olivia, Chronicles of Olivia, and I happened to be in here because we wanted to go see Savannah Soto, but that's not why we came here. Savannah Soto was just a case that we decided to cover while we were here. We're actually taking a trip further south. So again, since we had to postpone it, you guys were supposed to see what we were up to today, but we decided that this 11-year-old girl was a little more important. Bringing her case and her face to the internet on all of our platforms was more important than what we were doing. What we were doing is going to be there for us when we get back. I can promise you that. It ain't going anywhere anytime soon. All right, guys. Here, like I promised. I hear helicopters. I don't see them. Oh, it's a plane. There it is. So there's a plane flying overhead. While I was watching on the live, Grizzy Hood News was out here, and there was another lady and I was switching back and forth between the two channels because one was out here covering the press conference all the while the press conference was going on. What was his name? Steve? Why can't I remember the darn guy's name? I've said his name 1,000 times and now I'm here live and I can't remember his name. Steve, what was his name? Steve? The guy, what was that guy's name? It doesn't matter. Let me look on, you guys are gonna have to give me a second. I don't like switching, but I'm gonna have to switch. Google is the RSO. I don't know if he's registered or not, but he's definitely should have been an RSO because I looked into his history in 2007, 2008. You know, we got some child type crimes on his record. Through a lot of due diligence and a lot of web sleuthing, the team found that there's other people that have claimed that this McDougal guy has R'd them in the past or attempted to R them. And my question is why weren't those reported? You know, some people they're victims and they just, it's unfortunate, but many victims of this type of crime keep their mouth shut. And this is one of those things where, you know, as embarrassing as what might be, or not wanting to be prodded or probed or things like that, you know, you got to look at the big picture. If he's going to do this to you, he's going to do this to somebody else. And this could be the result right here. A massive manhunt for a little girl out here, and to think, even remotely, to think that did anything to her. Just the idea of it, it sickens me. I have to be honest with you, it sickens me. This is the kind of stuff that Olivia and I travel all over the country, working with a lot of different people to try to prevent. And here we are. Here we are. We're gonna stay here. We see a lot of law enforcement over there kind of talking. They're still talking. But the one thing I haven't, which is giving us some good news today, is that so far we haven't seen the coroner here. That's positive. That's a positive situation, if you ask me. Don't know what's going on. I don't know if they're leaving for the day. I know it's getting a little later in the afternoon. They've been here since this morning. I'm even surprised to see them still here this long. Because like I said, it took us 4.5 hours to get here. How long did it take us to get here, Olivia? 4.5 hours?
3 hours.
3 hours?
3.5.
Oh, 3.5 hours. Hi guys, I know you guys are in the chat. I see you popping in. I just want to say hi. I can't call you guys out by name because we're not in the office or in a room where it's going to be easy. I'm going to set you guys down just a little bit. I need to try to get some other things set up here. If I can try to pull you guys up on a different camera, but I don't think it will. I think I'm learning. Sorry, I'm giving you guys a little bit of, there we go. Let me set you guys down here. Hopefully you don't fall. It looks like this one's gonna fall. I got one that's bent and one that's not, and I must have grabbed the one that's bent. This is not gonna stay. You guys might fall a little bit, but it shouldn't fall too much. This thing's just not holding at all.
Yeah.
Might
No,
be time for...
they're both here.
Huh? Oh, sorry.
They're both here. The corner and the judge.
There you guys go. There you guys go.
Looks like they're blocking off down at the end where it goes into that
that's what
little
they're
gully
doing.
before you get to the hill.
They're blocking
to
some
the
stuff off.
end of Browders.
Some people are leaving. I don't know what's going on, but they've definitely got a search going on here.
Well, good. That's where they need to be. That's where they need to keep them.
Okay. Oh, sorry, guys. Let me see if I can find my other.
Where are you here from?
Oh, I'm from Florida. I live in North Carolina.
And you're from where?
Florida.
What part?
Manatee County. It's sandwiched between Minnesota and Tampa.
We live in Jackson.
Oh, you do?
We did.
Oh, you did?
We live here now.
Yeah, it's a beautiful area. Oops, I think I just lost my my cap for my camera.
I think it's right. Is that it?
Where? Not this. It's a black little circle rubber piece. All right, guys, I'm here. I'm just going to leave you guys over there for a little bit while I get some shots.
They're fixing to block all that off.
Yeah.
Saying that her school did not notify them?
I don't know, the guy. Golly, this is not. The law enforcement wouldn't say one way or another. There we go. You guys are just gonna have to sit pretty just for a little bit, and I'll be back with you. There we go.
They're not together.
Yeah, I saw that.
Dad's in tugboat. Captain.
All right, guys, let me pick you back up. It looks like they're blocking off some stuff over here. Let me take you over here and show you what's going on. Sorry, I got to get a different cord on my for my charger. But there's the area right there. They've had cordoned off. They're telling the public that they haven't really found anything, but yet they've been out here for a significant, and when I say a significant, Mom, can you hit the key? Let's hit the door. All right, guys. And Olivia and Mom are right down there. We're just here. But see how they're positioning the vehicles? I have a funny feeling they're going to start blocking that area off. And if they start putting vehicles in that area right there to block it off, something else is going on. We've been watching this for a long time. But it's the way they're positioning the cars. They're positioning the cars so it blocks the videography. And so, okay, he keeps moving. So that's not the case. When they start blocking that off, we know that there's some problems because they don't want people to see what's going on. It goes to the heart of the investigation, the integrity of the investigation. Sorry. This little handheld's nice. I just wish this one's a little older. They wear out and they start falling. So I go through one handheld about every year. When we were here, all these vehicles were more down here, and now they've kind of moved and started blocking more visual stuff down here. I'm not quite sure why. And there's all the main decision makers right there. They're huddled together talking about the case. I doubt they're shooting the breeze saying, "Hey, Joe, how you doing?" "Oh, I'm doing well there. You know, I'm going to have dinner with my wife. We want to have you and your family come over." You know, that's not the conversation those people are having over there. These people are having conversations about what their strategy is, what they have, what they need to do, and how they need to do it. That's what they're having. These are professionals out here. This is their job. These people aren't shooting this shit, you know? They're strategizing. They're trying to figure out what the next step is. They're trying to figure out what they've got and what they still need to get. And just to give you a lay of the land on where we're at. So there's like literally nothing around for all those that want to know. We do have a large, you know, it seems like a lot of people coming up and down the road. It could be two-part. It could be The fact that, you know, the people are coming by to check this out, looky-loos, which always happen in cases like this. Plus, we always have, you know, just regular normal traffic that run through this corridor. When we were coming up here, I have to say that this is, you know, more rural than what we're accustomed to, but there's a lot of people. I mean, you look down some of these roads, you see houses and, you know, RV parks and things like that around here. So there's definitely a lot of, you know, it doesn't seem like it, but there's definitely a lot of activity that goes on. I mean, even right over that crest behind them, there's a big, like, building. Another thing I've noticed around here is it seems like Texas has a lot of factories. So there's a lot of factories here. But I feel like something's going on. You want to hear something crazy that happened? Is we came into town. Obviously, nobody knew what we were here for. Except my mom. You know, normal people, like a normal stuff people from our group. But we weren't here for this. This kind of happened as we were landing. Actually, there were two. A lot of people aren't talking about it, but there were actually two missing person alerts that went off when we got off the plane. One was earlier in the day, I want to say around 4, and this one happened, this Amber Alert happened, I want to say, I don't know, I think the first notification I received was like at 10 o'clock last night, or close to 10 o'clock last night, which is a little concerning because, again, this young girl, and I did get confirmation that the school did call, and the parents did not answer, so it is a situation like that where it sounds like, you know, the mom and father, the father, from what I'm learning this afternoon, is that he's a tugboat operator or something of that sort, and the mom and the dad are not together, and this Scott or Steve, good Lord, I lost his last name again, and I can't for the life of me remember what the hell it's called. Stephen McDougal, thank you. Chica. Oh, I got your message. I'm here. If you want to come out and come see me, I'm here. Sorry, it's been hard because this was such a breaking case. We were doing all kinds of research on the way up here versus, you know, responding to people. So I meant to call you back. And how was your flight? Oh, my flight was, believe it or not, I was scared half to death to take a Spirit airline flight, but it was the absolute cheapest to get here. And even with luggage, it was the absolute cheapest to get here. So I grinned and bared it, and I got my ticket through Spirit. And I have to be honest with you, it is my husband's. Okay, well, good, Mama Lau. You're gonna have to keep reminding me. For whatever reason, I can't seem to spit out McDougal this afternoon. But in all fairness, Olivia was having problems doing her voice over for the Savannah Soto footage, so we're just having tongue-tying issues today, and I think it had a lot to do with the lack of sleep and lack of food we had, but we've got filled up on some food. Lack of sleep we're not going to do anything with, because to be honest with you, I'm walking with lack of sleep whether I'm home or out in the field, because I go to bed ridiculously early and I get up ridiculously early. What part of Texas? So this is Livingston, Texas. This is Audrii Cunningham. She's an 11-year-old girl, 4 foot 1 inch tall, 75 pounds, blonde hair, blue eyes, and she is just she's missing. We're trying to find her. We're trying to advocate for her and bring any information. Thank you so much. Thank you. And this is, I just got handed this. This is the flyer for her. If you guys need any help posting these up, we're happy to help. So there you go. Missing child. This is just a shame. This is just a shame. A $2,000 reward is being offered for any information leading to her whereabouts or the person responsible for her disappearance. Again, this is a beautiful little girl. It sounds like that, you know, I'm not one that minces my word too much, and you guys love me because I kind of tell it like it is, and you know, we've already done our due diligence on this case before we even arrived, and I can tell you that there is some substance abuses, or at least substances in the family, on both sides, the father and the mother. That's what I learned on the way up here. which is, you know, people don't hang out with people like Steve McDougal if you're a good upstanding person, right? You don't see somebody like Steve McDougal here hanging out with Bullhorn Betty, right? People just don't hang out with people like that if they're not associated with people or the kind of activities those people are associated with. Not saying that her dad would do something like this, but obviously there's that drug element there to be even associating with that animal. Because Don Stephen McDougal, from my understanding, is her father's friend. We got to be careful who we bring around our children, guys. You know what? We're all a little messed up here and there. We all make mistakes. We all do stupid shit, right? We all do it. We all do it. That nothing that we do. Talk about this as we campaign against substances and drugs, and which is the cause of the majority of this, right? It's the cause of the majority of the crimes that we deal with. I tell you, what makes a really, you know, real good person go really bad is 3 secret sauces, right? It's one, it's 2 of them, or it's all 3 of them. And those all come down to violence, alcohol, or substance abuse. You find the majority of all your problems across this country when it comes to that. And that's not even including the mental illness stuff that we have to deal with other people that have mental illness and because their brain's messed up, you know? It's not their fault. They were just born like that. This is all preventable stuff. This is for this. His history, I question why, how? You know, how? And if you guys want to do some, you know, do stupid stuff, or you're on, who am I to judge? Don't put your children in jeopardy. Don't bring those slime balls to your house. Don't introduce them to your kids. If you want to party with those people, go out and party, right? Keep them away from your family. Keep them away from your kids. Oh, thank you, Van Lady. God bless. And I saw Jen. Thank you too, Jen. I wish I could put you guys up on the panel, but I can't because I'm on YouTube straight, not StreamYard. But here's the situation behind me. This is a desolate area. I feel really bad. You know, I'm hoping that she's okay. I'm hoping that this is just a horrible misunderstanding. But, you know, we do this enough times. We go to enough of these scenes that, I mean, look at this. You know, let's be honest. This was kind of the scenes we saw in the early stages of Brian Laundrie, right? When we were at the Myakkahatchee Environmental Creek Park. This is kind of what we were seeing out there. And guess what? Brian was found out there. Took him a little bit, but he was found. He was found. We just want this girl brought home. We want her brought home safely. We pray to God that this is one big misunderstanding, that she just ran away from school and decided to hang out with some friends doing some stupid stuff. God, we just wish at this moment that's what we would be talking about. How, you know, this little 11-year-old girl just didn't want to tell mommy what she was doing. I can tell you, this doesn't feel like that. We can cover that until the cows come home, but what I'm looking at right here does not feel like that at all. It feels like we've got a major problem here. And I just want everybody to have a moment of silence for the family, just to give them some love and good encouragement. Yes, ma'am. Thank you.
Thank you. I know she said she didn't get very far.
Yeah, please. Yes, please. And like I said, we're happy to help post flyers or whatever. Anything that we can do to help.
I mean, we're getting them out and getting them around town. That's what we can do right now.
Okay, God bless you guys.
God bless you guys.
All right, so they're just trying to get some flyers out. These are the flyers that are going around. If you guys are in the area and would like to help, maybe print some of these off. I'm sure that they're already online. Again, $2,000 reward is being offered to anybody with any information related to this young girl. She needs our help, guys. Everybody here needs our help. Look at that. They're doing their part. We need to do ours, right? We need to do ours. Our part here, what we can do for this little young girl, is get her name and her face out there. If anybody has any information about her, her mom, her dad, or this crazy guy called Don Stephen McDougal, you are asked to call law enforcement immediately and tell them anything and everything that you know about the whereabouts of them in and around the day that she disappeared. Now, her family, her mom, her dad, they're all being cooperative. Law enforcement has indicated that it doesn't appear that they are under suspicion in any, you know, way, shape, or form. So we're gonna take that, because in this day and age of social media, we need to be careful about what we say and how we say it. And we don't want to indicate that the parents are responsible for this, because I truly don't believe they are. I truly believe that a monster that they were hanging out with may be responsible for this. We as a public teach our children about stranger danger, but we never teach our children in school, or hardly ever teach our children in school about the dangers that reside inside our own homes. Many of you know I have taken a stage, especially on social media, to talk about it because of my life. Thank you all for being in the chat. I do appreciate it. We just want to make sure that this little girl's brought home. And it looks like they're concentrating all of their efforts, or the majority of their efforts, right here. So we have to at least assume, which we don't like assuming as much as we like facts, we have to assume that something led them here. There's a reason why they're here. We know that. But what is it that led them here? It appears the command center is starting to pull forward. I don't know if the command center is leaving. Once the command center is out of here, that means that this day's search is starting to wrap up. So we'll watch the command center. Looks like they got some heavy equipment out here. I see some doom buggies. It does look like it's possible that this is coming to an end for today. I don't know if they'll be back out here again tomorrow to search. You're welcome. I hope you're having a great day, Okie. Yep, Steven said he went fishing here that day. That man does not look like somebody that would be going out and going fishing in the middle of the week. I don't know. He's not somebody I trust. I looked right at that man. That man looks evil. Yeah, I don't believe it. We'll have to check the temperatures too, because I believe that they had I wasn't here at the time, you know, I was in Florida, but I heard that they had a cold snap here. And I wonder if it happened to be that day or not. I'll have to look. If anybody can look up the weather on that day. Oh, thank you. The good thing about just running straight YouTube, though, I can see all the super chats, right? Or super stickers, rather, the cute ones. I never get to see those. So this is the site for the new people coming in right now. This is the site where Audrii Cunningham, well, it's kind of hard to explain what this site is. Law enforcement received a lead about a missing 11-year-old girl that led them to this location. Due to the integrity of the investigation, they're not really providing us a whole lot of information other than it was a tip or a lead that led them here. We're learning that Steve, oh, there it goes again. I can't remember his name. McDougal. I'll get it. Stephen McDougal apparently was out here fishing that day, which, again, we'll just take it as face value. A little girl that he knows goes missing. He's a violent offender, and he just happens to be fishing in this area the day she disappears. And as you notice, the command center did not leave. They're parked right there by the boat ramp. Huh? This is where 11-year-old girl disappeared. Well, there's an 11-year-old girl that disappeared, but they're searching for her. They believe that there might be some evidence back here. Yeah. Pass it around on social media. Let everybody know that she's missing. Okay. Thank you. So there we are. What guy's name? McDougal. What is the guy's name? Yeah, McDougal. It's one of those things where I don't know why I've said his name so many times. It's hard for me to believe I can't remember his name, but apparently I can. Apparently I can. This is the scene behind us. I'm just going to go ahead and walk down and just show you guys. It's a really busy street right now, and there's cars, going that way. There's cars lined up behind me. Like this is a big deal here. I mean, to be honest with you, in all fairness, the whole strip of lining up and everything, it does remind me of Gabby's case. What we experienced when we were covering her case. So we'll see. I'm gonna go ahead and take you guys. It's just bad space, guys. I'm looking at my hotspot. I've got one bar out here, so I'm gonna go ahead and turn around and go back to where I was, because that's where I had the best service, and there's no point in trying to disrupt the service, and there's nothing I can really go down there. I'm sure Olivia is going down there to talk to them now anyways, so I'll let her talk and she'll bring back some information. I think that's Rizzy Hood right there. Right there. I'm gonna go down there and see if I can say hi to her. So you guys are just gonna have to walk with me, because I'm gonna go down. She did such an amazing job on Jodi Farias that I would like to. Let me put these. I don't know where Olivia went. Olivia moved somewhere. Maybe she moved further down. Let me see where Olivia is. Just get an eyeball on her. Okay, I got an eyeball on her. She's right down there. I don't want to bend these flyers. I want to put them up here, but I'm going to have to put them on the car somehow. Oops. There we go, so they don't get ruined. Okay. All right, we're going to take a ride down here. I'm going to go see if I can say hi to Rizzy, if she's still here. I may not be, because as you can see, I need spectacles anymore because I'm older than dirt, and my eyes don't want to work for me, so you guys are just going to have to bear with me. If we go down, we go down. I need to go say hi to Rizzy. So I hope you guys are doing good. Another truck coming. It's really dangerous. Some people drive pretty fast on this road. I really hope this young girl is not. It's just hard. I don't even want to think about it, I really don't. So far I made it down here without kicking you guys off. Oh, there she is. Alright guys, I'm gonna block you guys if I can turn my mic off. You guys are gonna have to just sit without my mic for a second. I didn't get a chance to speak to her too much, but I just told her thank you for covering Jodi Farias and told her hi. I mean, she seems like a really nice girl, a really nice woman. Of course she is. She has to deal with a lot of stuff. I'm sure she's got some stuff. Like I even was watching her all the way up because she was the one giving us information on all of this, along with another girl. Another girl was watching Steve McDougal at the shop, and so I just wanted to make sure that we had an opportunity to capture that. I did record it, so I will be showing it in a video later. But honestly, I heard that he's been arrested, but we didn't see it. So they must have arrested him after he left the donut shop.
I just wanted to say hi.
Hi.
I'm a fan.
Oh, you know who I am?
Yes, I do.
I
saw you on YouTube.
Let me Guys,
and
I'm
people
still
take
here. I
care.
just got the mic off.
Oh, Betty, one of them
Yeah.
two is going to be killed.
They love each other.
Love?
They
I
love
don't need that kind of love.
Right. And I just put the mic back on just to let you know.
Surely don't need that. But
Hey guys, so those that are just tuning in, we're out here in Livingston, Texas right now covering the disappearance of an 11-year-old girl, Audrii Cunningham. Audrii Cunningham has been missing since yesterday morning, they believe around 7 a.m. Law enforcement told us that there was a possibility of, that we needed to ask the school whether they notified them or not. And there was some whispers out here that, yes, in fact, the school did notify or did make attempts to call the parents or the mother or both of them. I'm not sure. I'm a little hazy on that. But I believe that the mom did not answer her phone. And, probably a decision she'll have to live with for a really long time, like many of the parents that we cover on here. But it sounds like there was a monster that hung out with them, whether they knew he was a bad dude or not. He was a really, really bad dude. And I've got to be honest with you, I don't understand how they wouldn't have known he's a bad dude. To me, just by his photo himself, it's not a person I would associate with or even have a child or a teenager around.
you saw the tattoos?
Oh yeah, I saw the swastikas too. Real great guy, I hear.
Yeah. Well, I'm going to make my way home. It's right
Here, let me put this on mute real quick and I'll give you another.
I'll start watching you more closely.
Oh, well, I appreciate you coming out. It's nice to meet you.
I
Meeting you.
thought someone, oh my God, that's her.
Yeah,
That's that
go
lady.
down there. If you walk, there's mom right there. You can walk down.
Talk to her in the chat.
No.
Oh.
The mom's right there with the blue shirt.
Oh,
And Olivia's down there.
okay, cool.
Mom and Olivia, Chronicles of Olivia.
All right, that was awesome.
Yeah, when we travel, we try to travel in a pack because I'm a single female. She's a single
So you
female.
don't really know how long you're going to be here then, huh?
No, we had a one-way ticket.
You've got
Not yet, but we will. Yeah, I'm with Olivia and Mom.
all I have is an RV.
Yeah, no, we do this all the time. Yeah.
Holiday Inn in Livingston.
Okay, well I'll let them know. Thank you. Is it clean?
Yeah, the Holiday Inn
Yeah.
Express. Yeah, I think that's probably
Cleanest. Awesome. Thank you for your help. God bless you.
Bye-bye.
All right, guys. Sorry about that. We had somebody that knew us out here. So for all those, I noticed that we're creeping up there. So just I want to inform everybody that's tuning in right now. Where are we? We're in Livingston, Texas. Chronicles of Olivia and I came out to Texas to cover something completely different. And when we landed, we started getting notifications that there was an 11-year-old girl missing. We weren't really going to do it, but then this morning we started getting information about the case, and it started concerning us. And we thought that, you know what we were doing is going to be there when we get back. And this right now is happening here and now, and we need to get out here and advocate. Debbie thinks he was arrested. He may have been arrested. I heard from another lady here that he was arrested about an hour or 2 hours ago. Okay, so we were watching the donut. For some of you guys were watching the donut shop video. It was just somebody out there on Facebook that was running live. Seeing law enforcement questioning Steve McDougal out in front of a donut shop. It didn't really have a name on it, just said donut, and I'm not familiar from this area or with this area. So at the end of the day, that's what we were watching, and they let him go. We watched him and another older lady with long kind of curly hair load up into his SUV, his beat up blue Tahoe, and they let him go. And I heard that and that was I'd had to say a couple hours ago, but we watched him drive off. And then we started hearing while we were here on the ground that he was arrested. And I'm like, are you sure that he was arrested? I said, we did see law enforcement pull him over and question him. And it was a lot of law enforcement. I think I counted like 4 or 5 patrol cars. Plus I saw the detective, and it looked like a Texas Ranger out questioning him on the side of his blue Tahoe. And this guy was laughing. You know, there was at times that he had smiles on his face. You know, we can't hear the conversation he was having with law enforcement, but I can tell you his body behavior, and it disgusts me. I'm sorry, if you knew a little child was missing and they're questioning you with that child, I don't know if there's anything I could joke about at that moment. I really don't. Especially if it's a child that I knew that's missing. Like, I would be absolutely distraught. Far from seeing a smile or laugh or anything or joke or anything like that. But I'm watching this man being smug from across the street on this lady's phone, and she's streaming it. And it's like, this guy is a real piece of shit. Even if he didn't do this, which it sounds like he's responsible. And if he's responsible and she's not with him and she's not found, we can kind of, do deductive reasoning here, and it's not looking good. There's a reason why they are out here. They know something. They spent hours out here. Hours. They've been out here for like 8 hours now, or probably more. This is a heavy police presence, folks. And the command center's still out here. The command center's usually the first to get out, the lead out. And they started, when we first got here, all the cars were kind of right around in this area. And we watched them slowly move one by one, kind of back to this area over here. I thought they were getting ready to leave because it's starting to get dusk, we still have some time, but it's getting later in the afternoon. It's already almost 4 o'clock if I'm correct out here in Texas. I know the East Coast, where I'm from, it's almost 5, so we're an hour behind. So it has to be about 4 o'clock here. And if we learned anything, now granted, this is Texas, not Florida, so they probably have different protocols than Florida. But in Florida, once it starts getting dark, these guys start loading up and they lock this area down, and they'll end up coming back in the morning. They can't see at night. I can't imagine them wanting to be out in this wilderness without light. There's a lot of stuff out here, from different kinds of snakes, non-venomous as well as venomous. God knows what, creatures they've got out there, but I'm sure that there's stuff that could injure these guys. And it's not conducive, especially if you're trying to search in water and stuff like that, to be doing those types of searches at night as opposed to without having, having light. So we need light. So I just have a funny feeling that that's what's going to end up happening here. Do I know that for a fact? I do not know. Will they be coming back tomorrow? I do not know. But it doesn't look like they're done yet. And they've been here all day. So I have a funny feeling that this is where they're going to be tomorrow as well. especially if they haven't found her. They have reason to believe she's here. And I pray to God they find her. So, and if you guys haven't seen, this is my this setup that didn't work. So I got a double phone setup. But see, the problem is this would work just fine if I was using StreamYard. And so I figured that it was better for me to have Zoom capabilities today than it was for me to have all these phones going. So that's why we're on a battery pack and on a handheld. Yes, they did have dogs out here. I know that for a fact. I remember seeing them. I remember hearing them. And I remember hearing them when I first pulled up. You could hear them out in the woods. We could barely hear them. Now it's a little more noisy on this road, so we're not the audio from far away, especially with me only having one ear that functions properly, it makes it a little difficult. So yeah, it is, Princess. This is not a, you know, I mean, people around here probably sure do hunt and fish and stuff out there. Yes, ma'am. Hold it down before you talk. Give it about a second or two because you just cut yourself off. Oh, there you are. You got to hold the button down for a couple seconds and then talk.
Okay, copy you.
Okay, I heard you loud and clear that time, 10-4. We're separated. We got Olivia down there. We always keep some, oh, wrong way. There she is, way up there. See her, see her and Mom. There we go. So I'm going to be watching chat just a little bit. I know that you guys have been listening to the information that's been coming out. I've been doing a lot of research on the way up here, which doesn't include all the stuff that's coming out in the news. It's background information on Mom, background information on Dad, you know, the normal run-of-the-mill stuff that we have to do. So if you guys have additional information that you would like to drop in the chat that you think is important for all of us to know, please go ahead and drop that information in the chat so everybody can be abreast of the latest, greatest as far as the news in that's going out right now. Has anybody heard any additional information about Stephen? Can somebody give me a full statement of what they believe Stephen has said? Because it was my understanding when I got out here, and I just want to see if I'm correct, I heard that he was responsible for dropping her off at that bus stop, and that he was actually the last person that saw her. That's what put him under suspicion. That's what I heard. Now, I could be totally off. I'm not sure about the text from the mom. I don't think he's setting her up for I don't know what to believe when it comes to the mom. I don't know her. If you want my honest opinion, she seems a little wild. But I'm also a very much tamed person now, right? I probably wouldn't thought she was wild back in my 20s, but you know, now that I'm 44 and you know, I live a different life than I once did, it, you know, it's wild. Let's see what it says here. Did they get a tip that she could be here? Well, Barbara, yeah, that's what law enforcement said. They said that they had, according to their press conference, if I'm not mistaken, I watched the whole thing, but it was buffering. So actually I was watching Grizzy's station when they had the press conference, but they said that they had received a tip, a credible tip that led them here. Some other people in the chat said that they spoke to Stephen McDougal, and Stephen McDougal said he was out here fishing all day. Would they consider that a lead? Could the lead have come from Stephen McDougal? Yeah, it could have. Could he have been the one that brought them out here? Yeah, it could have. Especially if they think he's responsible and this is where he was all day. I don't know if they would have gotten his pings, his phone, his data records back this quickly. But with the FBI being involved, you'd be amazed how quickly our social media providers and our phone providers get information to law enforcement. They don't really mess around with them. I mean, standard law enforcement, they'll put them through the ringers. But when you start getting the federal government involved in all these advocacy programs or whatever, you know, they're not going to fight with it. They're not going to fight with it. So I think that we've got, if they haven't come back, they will. And I'm pretty sure once the pings come back, they'll have a good understanding where Steve was. I think everybody this day and age has some type of tracker on them, whether it be their car, their phone, their Fitbit. It's just, you know, it's just, we want our privacy, but we sign our privacy away for convenience, and we do it all the time. Read ICU chat. ICU. Okay, hold on. Where are you, ICU? Another press conference about the search. Okay, so at 4:30. Let me go to let Olivia know. Hey, Olivia. I'm getting notification that in about a half hour conference. Say hi to everybody. Hi. See another press conference about the search for Audrii.
At 4:30.
Yeah, this
Central.
So right now I think it's 4:03. So in about 20 or so minutes.
Here.
I think it's going to be over there where everybody's at.
Do you want us to start heading our way down there?
Yeah, but I'm going to put my stuff in the car because I can't use it. This is what I'm using right now. So it is what it is. Yeah. It's getting really hot, so that might have a lot to do with it. But we're good. We're jumping around between 1 to 2 bars. So this is what's going to be no different than probably Grizzly and out. It's going to be buffering. Unfortunately, it's kind of what it is. Let me get all this equipment off of me. Put my long lens on my camera, but it won't put my HD filter on it without jamming up this is the piece that I need on it. You hear it? So I'm just not really a happy camper right now. I probably need to get my smaller lens on there, but either way, I'm not going to worry with it on this trip. So I've got these cameras these phones that are going to be used tomorrow when we're where we need to be. Well, we might be back here tomorrow depending on what happens. We'll have to make that decision tonight. It was just really crazy because Olivia and I are still talking about, like, how crazy is this? Like, we didn't even come out here for this, and, you know, but Olivia and I are just, we're bleeding hearts when it comes to kids, and you know, it really wasn't a whole lot of conversation. I mean, it was like whether we were going to come out here or not, and the last thing is that, you know, at the end of the day, it's an 11-year-old girl, and we just can't not help. Somehow, some way. So I don't know how well the quality of the sound will come in. I don't know how the quality of the images are going to come in, guys. I don't know anything. So we're just going to walk down there and just be present. And hopefully we can hear everything perfectly. I don't have my microphones. I don't have them ready. I've got them with me, but I don't have them prepared. So if I was prepared for this, we would have better quality audio, but we're not going to do that today. So we're just going to grin and bear it. Make do with what we can. Are you ready, mommies?
Okay, so I keep forgetting that you're live.
Yeah.
I'm off my live.
It's on me.
I'm gonna go drink something. Ooh, what are you drinking?
What am I drinking?
Soda?
Yeah, it's my cherry soda that I got from...
Yum.
What did you get from Jack in the Box? You have a drink? Didn't you get a drink?
No, we didn't.
We never even got water.
Well,
I ran out of water, so
we got the shake.
I'll be fine. Don't worry about it.
Where did you get this one? This is not the same one we've had.
It's not very good because it keeps falling, so I have to get a new one.
Ready?
But you know what? It's perfect for, you know what you need? You need some sandbags. You just need to bring Ziploc bags. All right, guys, sorry. Let me turn this around so at least you guys can see what's going on. We got more activity over here. Look at that. They might be getting ready to say they're going to call off the search for today. That's probably what the press conference is, that nothing was found, because I didn't see any significant evidence bags coming out. But again, we haven't been here all day. We don't know what they pulled out before we got here. We can only talk about what we've seen since we've been here. And right now, I haven't seen a whole lot, you know, but the activity is going on behind places where we can't see, because if you notice, there's not a whole lot of people around their trucks, but there's a whole lot of trucks out here. So that means those people in those trucks that aren't standing around their trucks got to be out there. There's no way in this search. There's plenty of daylight left. Yeah, there's plenty of daylight left, but there's going to be several things that they would be talking about at a press conference. They're not going to call a press conference just to call a press conference. First and foremost, nobody's going to do that. So they're going to be giving us some type of information, whether it be that they're going to cancel the search or for the day, or they're going to be back tomorrow, or that they did find something, or that they're going to be, you know, expanding their search here. There's some reason why they're giving us a press conference. It may just be to say that they've searched this whole entire area and have cleared it and nothing has been found. You know, that could be something that they say as well. We don't really know until we're there, but they're going to say something. They just don't call press conferences. If they didn't have anything to say, they would have waited until tomorrow to give an update. Just my opinion. For those that are just joining in, we're out at the scene in Livingston, Texas for the 11-year-old Audrii Cunningham. She never made it to school on the 15th, and she wasn't realized missing until she was supposed to be getting off the bus and never did. But it does make you wonder, you know? We have to consider all possibilities in a situation like this, because this is our first rodeo. So, you know, why didn't mom or dad answer the phone? You can look at that angle. I'm not going to dive into that angle. I think it's fruitless, but I know if I don't acknowledge it, somebody's going to say that I'm not acknowledging it. So we're going to acknowledge it and be done with it. I want to find out any information. I'd like to know what mom was doing that day, you know, just be on the safe side. But I have to trust, we have to put some type of trust in law enforcement. And when they say that the parents are being cooperative, I have to believe that they're being cooperative. And I know that there's going to be a lot of people that are going to be, you know, running with their own theories, but I think law enforcement has an idea of who is responsible. But the bad part about this, guys, is with this much police presence, the details that we know, the facts that we know to be true, when we take all that and we speculate, which kind of sucks because I don't like speculation, but we have to do it, it doesn't equal a very good outcome. So let's just say prayers. I'd like to see some prayer hands in the chat for this baby, her family, and her friends, guys. You got to remember, she was an 11-year-old girl. Her friends don't understand this. Her friends are gonna have to deal with these scars. And trust me, this is going to be a deep scar for her, say her best friend. Think about how impactful, you know, her best friend, how it affects her life. Somebody that's not even related to her and completely, utterly devastated and crushed by this. I wish there was a way we could just do abracadabra, you know, take all the animals and, you know, disgusting individuals and just poof, be gone, you know. I just wish we had that ability to say, you know, take all the evil people off this world, and they were just all removed, and we could all live in peace and harmony. But that's not reality, and this is just sad. All right, we're gonna make it up. We're gonna start making it forward. You want to start walking down there? Hold on, I can mute. Guys, give me just a second on mute. All right, we're back on. Hot mic, guys. Something's going on. We have some activity. All right, you want to walk down? Because they're going to be giving a press conference soon. Thank you. Where would it be set up? All right, guys, let's just see what they got going on here. We're just gonna watch this because everybody's starting to move. Chemistry queen, her name is Audrii Cunningham. Audrii Cunningham. It's Audrii Cunningham. Cunningham. She was 11 years old, blonde hair, blue eyes. Actually, let me go find the looks like some people are coming up. Yeah, I gotta see. See, I don't like that. That when they start doing shit like that is what I don't like. They're blocking off that. They're blocking off that ramp.
Yes.
They're blocking off that ramp. They're stopping the view. And we got a helicopter. I feel like something's going on here. I don't know why. Maybe it's nothing.
They're distracting.
Yeah, they're blocking that. They're blocking that right there. I don't like that. That's what they do whenever they start bringing in coroners and stuff and don't want us to see what they're doing and what they're bringing out. So I have to assume that they either found evidence or something else.
They found her backpack and her shoe.
They found her backpack and her shoe?
They found her backpack and her shoe.
So they found her backpack and her shoe. So now you know what's in that yellow box. So she was back here, guys. Golly. That's not good, guys. I mean, we already know it's not good. All right, guys, let's go. You're gonna have to walk in foot if you're gonna get the. Well, I guess we can pull the press conference. See, I feel like there's some distraction going on here. Everybody's focused on the press conference, guys, and there's something going on right here. They're blocking that view. And I want to know why. And everybody's leaving. They're looking like they're leaving. Do you think maybe they're just pulling up the boat? All right, I'm going to walk down here to the press conference. Guys, we might cut out. Just work with me. Just stay put until we can get back. Everyone. But I'm very concerned about what's going there, but I trust Olivia's ability to capture everything in my absence. I'll capture what she can. She can capture what I
Call me back. Let me know who it was.
Oh no, you can go. You can walk in front of me. It's a live stream. They can handle it. Yeah. I've never seen them spend this much time down somewhere where there's nothing. Yeah. All right, guys, we're still live. This looks like we're still streaming well.
Oh yeah. I have a show on Saturdays, but it's just like a recap show for the week. It's at every 39. I don't know what we're gonna do. It's hard to trust, because nobody's a real journalist. I'm not a journalist, but I know that more or less, like protecting witnesses, not exposing the cops' license plates. I feel like if I were to let somebody help me, they might screw up.
I wonder if they're loading up evidence there because they got that blocked up. That's strategic right there. No, I didn't. I only saw the helicopter, and I couldn't tell if it was a news helicopter or what kind of helicopter it was. But I don't see it or hear it.
Shooter, HPD was telling me to take down all my stuff because I stayed up all night and trying to find out who this person was. They weren't happy. The TIO contacted me. They're like, hey, want all your labels for us to talk to you.
Guys, give me a second. Let me tell Olivia. I gotta send Olivia a text. So the big presence is now thinned out quite a bit since it got here, guys. All of the activities kind of right there now. But as you can see, we have a heavy presence of media out here. So far, the hotspot's holding up, and is everything coming in fairly clear and good for you guys? Okay, sorry guys. Hopefully the replay will come in clear because it's coming in clear on my end, but that doesn't necessarily mean anything. Okay. Yeah, it's bouncing in between 4 bars and 1 bars, so it's gonna get that way. I think they're loading up. You can see legs under that. They're talking on the end of that pickup truck, not in the front of it, but there's like 4 or 5 guys on the back end of there talking. So I'm wondering what they're pulling out of that water. And there's Olivia. She's still getting all the footage. Mom. No, it's bantering back. I don't think they're being disrespectful at all. Just when you're up here waiting, because they've been waiting for hours while we've been down there taking photos. They've just been sitting up here. They've probably just been conversating, and you just got in on the back end of the conversation. There's one of the searchers coming out now. Oh, Estelle, it was nice to meet you too. There's the helicopter. It's back. I think it's the helicopter, but I can't see the name on it, but it doesn't say police. But it might be. Since 7 a.m. yesterday morning, but they didn't realize that she was missing until yesterday afternoon. But I didn't get the first notification until almost 10 p.m. I've got the address, but I can't remember it right offhand. I got to look at my phone, and I'm obviously streaming from it, so. Yes, Mary Jane, I would have to think so, but maybe not. You never know, because when we think of Carly, remember her family was in the they were in the command center when they learned the information about Cassie. I was there in Florida, Destin, Florida, when that happened. So you don't know who is in that that command center. For all you know, the mom could be in there. We don't know.
I wouldn't say Gordon's wearing it. I would say like near the logo.
So it's still going on over there.
The sign is like right here. Yeah.
We got the big guys over there. He's kind of getting on my shot.
You're like,
Am I out of your
Did you get my text? Did you get my text? Okay. Thank you. I didn't want to lose. Yes, Deb, that's what we hear. You're welcome, Deb. I'll be right back. You have to let me sit you down just for a second. I gotta get my other phone out. Sorry, guys.
You know what? I'm going on a new television than what you really are. We were here last night.
Didn't tell nobody to fluff their hair.
It's 4'4", not 5.
Hopefully you guys will be able to see that. Here we come, guys. Here we go.
There's some people at the Legion. They're gonna try to.
No, I'm gonna stay on. He's gonna record it for them, but yeah, man. They wasn't in the front.
Ma'am, my camera's on.
Wait. Oh, I apologize. Sorry.
Gravel stuff up here.
I wanted to provide some investigative updates at this point right now. My name is Lieutenant Craig Cummings, CRAIG-CUMMINGS, spokesperson for the Texas Department of Public Safety, and here speaking on behalf of the Polk County Sheriff at his request. Today I'm joined by Polk County Sheriff Byron Lyons, Polk County District Attorney Shelley Sitton, San Jacinto County Sheriff Greg Capers, and then Polk County Precinct 2 Constable Bill Cunningham. The location that we're at right now is a location of interest. In a little while, you're going to see investigators leaving this scene. We will be back tomorrow. We will have deputies here to protect this location and the investigative efforts that have been uncovered up to this point. We are asking the public to stay away from this area. And then tomorrow we're going to have additional resources that will be on hand to help find Audrii. And I want to reiterate that we are committed to bringing Audrii home. That's the reason why you see the collaborative effort here right now, all of these law enforcement agencies, to include the FBI, that have been assisting with this. And we're asking the public to report any tips that they think will help us bring Audrii home to the Polk County Sheriff's Office or through our iWatch Texas app, and that can be done anonymously from your phone. So with that, I'll open it up for questions.
Lieutenant, you mentioned that you all are going to protect some of the items on scene. What do you mean by that?
We're protecting the investigative efforts. So this is a ongoing investigation, and so the investigators are doing an exceptionally good job at gathering information, and so that's what we're going to be protecting as they continue their work.
Are those the tools you all are using? I'm just trying to clarify what you
Yeah, we don't want to go any farther than the investigative tools that we're using right now, and then investigative leads that they've uncovered. This is a very fluid and active investigation with the sole focus of bringing Audrii home.
Are you able to confirm who Audrii was last seen with?
We're not releasing that information now. Investigators are working on multiple ways that they are looking at that type of information. But right now, we're not releasing it.
Is there any evidence that you found that's key that says that you're in the right spot?
This is a location of interest, and so that's the reason why we've got the effort. That's why we have the dogs here. That's the reason why the boats have been here. All of this in an effort to find Audrii. And our prayers are certainly tonight and then tomorrow morning, and we ask for the public as well that Audrii is brought home safe.
Is this the only location? Or is it just this spot at this point? Are you all still interviewing other people and searching other areas?
Yes, we have persons of interest in this case, and we have been at other locations. This is a location of interest where we're putting our investigative efforts right now.
Lieutenant Cummings, the FBI told me that the child abduction rapid deployment team was requested in this case. Can you explain what prompted that request?
That would be a question for the FBI.
They said that request came from local law enforcement.
Okay, and that is a typical thing that will happen. All the available resources that we can bring out here to help this, the FBI has a tremendous asset that they bring to the table, and we're very appreciative of all of their efforts. So this is just one more tool that investigators are using to find Audrii.
So is it the belief that she was abducted?
I know that term implies that. We're not drawing any conclusions right now. We still have a lot of information that we are going through, and so there's a lot of leads the investigators are following now.
And how many persons of interest?
We're not releasing that information.
We see the DA's office here also. Is there a reason for that? Would there potentially be charges coming today?
Well, we don't know. But I can say that the DA is here, the sheriffs are here, because this is a collaborative effort. The DA brings a very particular set of skills that's essential for us as investigators to get the job done. So we're appreciative of her being here, working with us so that we can make sure that all of the I's are dotted and T's are crossed in this investigation.
Is there a reason the search isn't being continued throughout the night?
It's just due to the dark. So it's dark. We're not going to put boats in the water. But this also gives us an opportunity to regroup and then look at the information that we've got throughout the night and then come back out tomorrow.
But if she's out here, she's dealing with those conditions as well. The darkness, the cold water.
Right, yeah. We're just not going any farther than that right now. And so we are asking the public to stay away from the area, but that's as far as we can go there.
Can you confirm we've seen drones in the air? Are those law enforcement drones and other divers here on site as well?
Yeah, there are law enforcement drones that have been here. We are bringing in divers as well. Again, this is all an effort to uncover additional leads that will help bring Audrii home.
I know law enforcement is asking some folks who live around certain stretches of road to check their cameras. We haven't had anyone talk about that. Can you kind of talk to us about what areas you're asking people to look at their cameras for?
Yeah, no, that's great. We don't want to give away any areas, but if people review their cameras, if they find something suspicious that they think would warrant the help of investigators or review by our investigators, by all means, please call the Polk County Sheriff's Office, and if it's an emergency, call 911 so that we can evaluate that information. That's a great question.
Is there a reason for kind of the lack of information here? I think a lot of our viewers, people who are watching, are wondering why we don't know why we're in this location, why we really just don't have a lot of details. If you're asking for the public's help, it seems like more information would be helpful.
Yeah, well, unfortunately, right now there just isn't more information that we can give. Like I explained in the press conference earlier, we're trying to protect the integrity of this investigation, and that's the reason why, and I can understand the public's concern that we're not giving out a lot of information, but the end here is to find Audrii and bring her home, and so that's what we're focused on right now. And so there is additional information out there. We're just not releasing it. That's what the investigators are using to follow up on.
Have you guys found her backpack?
That's additional information that we're not releasing right now. But again, we continue with investigative leads and following these things. I know that there are a lot of questions that remain unanswered. We are absolutely searching to get this information so that we can get it to you and get it to the public. But our first priority has to be this investigation right now. That's the reason why we're here, and that's the reason why we'll be back here early tomorrow morning in hopes that we find Audrii soon.
What time are you starting the search tomorrow?
We haven't decided on the time. It's probably going to be somewhere in the neighborhood of daybreak.
Is her family still being cooperative, like you said a few hours ago?
Yes. Yeah, families being cooperative, and we certainly appreciate them, and we appreciate the community as well. Everyone has been exceptionally helpful in the efforts out here, so we appreciate that. With that, we're going to close it down. You'll see some investigators leaving here shortly, but they'll be back tomorrow morning. So with that, I appreciate everybody. Thank you.
God bless you, and thank you for your service. I think one of the most thankless jobs is the jobs that these guys do. So every time I'm at a press conference and I see law enforcement, I always tell them thank you for their service. Whether, I agree with, this, I have no way to disagree or anything with their, strategies or their stuff. But even if I did disagree with law enforcement, I would still at press conferences say the same thing, because at the end of the day, they're the ones out here doing this hard-ass work, right? They're the ones busting their butts. They're the ones that go to their families. They're the ones that are getting scratched up, eaten up, bit up, God knows what else out there. So guys, that's it for today. We came out. Oh, thank you for getting my...
I was going to hide it and say, where is my seat?
Oh gosh, I just walked off and left my drink and everything. Let me go. You can take that back to the car.
Yeah, I was going to hide it.
I'm like so brain dead here because Olivia brought me my tripod. I literally walked away without my tripod, walked away without my drink. Huh? Oh, you're talking. Let me go get my drink. I don't want to litter. How rude, right? Bullhorn Betty comes to town and leaves her cups everywhere. How rude. All right, give me just a second. Let me grab my cup, and then we'll be on our way. Gotta have fluids. So, guys, here, I'm going to break down what I heard him say, because you guys hear a lot of things a little bit differently than I hear them. First of all, we were boots on the ground, so we get inside details. I was trying to see if law enforcement would say the information, which they would not. They did find some evidence out here. We've got it captured on camera. So there's no ifs, ands, or buts about whether they pulled evidence out of this area. They absolutely did. They absolutely know that she was out here. And with the statements from Steve McDougal about him being out here swimming and them finding her backpack and a shoe, which again, you know, it is what it is. They've got the right area, and probably why they went ahead and arrested Steve McDougal, because he was somebody that was with her, and they found evidence in an area that he was last seen in after she disappeared. So this is very telling for those people that are following this case. This does not look like it's going to be a great outcome. One of the questions were why, and I told you, I called it. I've been out to enough of these scenes, to enough of these searches. I know exactly what they're going to do, what they're going to say. And like I said, they're going to tell you that they're stopping the search for today and coming back tomorrow. I went through a litany of things that we were going to hear law enforcement say. And just about every single one of the things I said they were going to say, they said. Trust me, it's not because I have a crystal ball, okay? It's not because I'm Bullhorn Betty either. It's because I come out here and I do the work, right? I've been to enough of these awful scenes to know what's about to happen. And unfortunately, this awful scene it's going to get worse. And they can sit there and give us, you know, hope and everything like that, but I've seen too many of these. This is not good, guys. It's not good, and my heart is breaking because that poor baby, it's just, and you know, I tried to ask him, you know, I tried to throw him the ball, right? And ask him if they found anything to make sure that because we already heard that there was a backpack and shoe found. We got the ends on, when we're out here on boots on the ground, we hear everything. So, and he wouldn't, and then obviously I'm not the only one that heard that, because even one of the news people asked him specifically, like I asked him a general question. The guy was more specific. He says, did you find a backpack out here? And they said, we can't, they didn't say no, right? They just said, we can't comment. That's telling me you found the damn backpack. And we already knew that. You found the backpack, you found a shoe. What is a little girl doing out here without a shoe? Okay? This is not going to end up good. They've got the right spot. There's a reason why they're out here. Like I said, they've got enough information and evidence that leads to this. So we'll be back out here tomorrow, guys, see what's going to take place. This is one of those cases where I'm praying that this is just a big misunderstanding, that the more we're out here, the more we... All right, I'm at one bar, guys. We've been kind of going for an hour and a half, so I'm going to let you guys go. We got to go figure out what we're going to do for the night. We're going to end up staying here. We haven't even acquired our hotel yet, so hopefully there's enough hotel rooms here. We still got a large presence of media here. We still have some law enforcement, but definitely a smaller concentration of law enforcement than what was here when we first came out. They did say they're going to have somebody monitoring this area, watching this area overnight, kind of like what they did at the Myakkahatchee Creek Environmental Park, where they're asking the public, do not come in the area. They don't want anybody from this area. Law enforcement is asking anybody in this area to please look at your place. Call it into law enforcement. Whatever you guys do, if you know something, say something. All right? So if you see something, say something. An ounce of prevention is worth a pound of cure. And until next time, please be safe and kind to one another, especially in the comment box below. We have an opportunity to make a great day for somebody else as well as ourselves. Inspire before we expire. And we want to say no to child abuse, domestic battery, being an all-around horrible person. We denounce that here on the Bullhorn Betty channels, Bullhorn Betty Crime Stories, and all Bullhorn Betty themed stations, platforms, whatever you want to call them. God bless. I don't know how to end this. I think I'm ending it, guys. If I don't end this, you're going to have to just deal with it. Ah, it's ending. I love you.